Well, I find it very stimulating to keep studying and working. But I'm not just generally happy. If I'm generally anything, I guess I'm generally miserable. I don't know. Sometimes I think. Do you like? I don't know. I think sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Which is natural, I guess, for everyone.
Female life coach explains the real reason why women file for divorce. Dating never stops. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. In this video, we dive deeper into the reasons why women file 70 to 80% of the divorces. When you watch some of the dating videos that we've made, this video will give you insight into why dating never stops for women. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
I wanted to ask you, as a life coach perspective, I said, hey, 80 to 90% of our clients who come to us to initiate divorce are women. And I've never understood why that may be. And I never asked our clients, why are you filing for divorce? I never want to open that door. But the ones who do decide to bring that up, at the outset, will say something about them not being happy. It's not, we all know there's infidelity and stuff like that, but a lot of these women are just not happy. They can't really put their finger on it. It's more of, he's a great provider, he's a great husband, he's a great father, but I'm just not happy. And they're filing for divorce. They're going to make this big step to go through divorce, and divorce is so rampant. I can't believe how many cases we handle on a monthly basis.
That's sad.
He said 90% of their clients that initiate divorce are women. I want you to keep that percentage in mind. He also mentions that a lot of them are just not happy and can't really put their finger on it. That's the disturbing part. Great husband, great provider, great father, but she's just not happy. That's the main focus of this video. Before we continue, this man is handling a lot of divorces every month. Divorce seems to be good business. Now the lady is gonna explain why women file for divorce most of the time. She's gonna speak for a good minute, so stay focused.
I see a lot of women, it's almost a midlife crisis situation. They're, age 40 to 50 years old. Kids are getting a little bit older, late teens, mid to late teens. They're just not happy with life the way it is, and they've grown apart from the spouse. I think, as in any relationship, what you put in, you get out, and the time with kids and work and the pulls that we have in our lives, it's hard to maintain that happy marriage, and it takes a lot of effort. And I think that's just not happening as much as it should be out there. There isn't a dedicated time. Maybe the husband isn't, bringing home the flowers and bringing the love notes, or scheduling the weekend away or the dinner dates once a week. I'm not a psychologist, but just working from a coaching perspective and seeing what I've seen, if a couple was consistently spending time together and, making that time for the once a week dinner date, whether it's in-house or out of the house, just to talk about things other than the kids and work. They're just themselves.
Did you hear that? Flowers, dinner dates. She says relationships are hard work, but once again, it's all men's fault. Men have to do the hard work. Men have to carry the relationship. It starts with dating. Look at the video of the 19-year-old, the 40-year-old, or the video of the ladies discussing who should pay for the dates. You will notice a pattern of how these women operate and the expectations that they have when it comes to dealing with men. Once you pedestalize a woman, you can't stop doing it. And the level of pedestalizing will have to increase to keep her satisfied. She mentions the midlife crisis, and now she will talk a little bit more about it.
Kind of coming full circle to your question, I think that midlife crisis is a true experience. It happens in men, and I do see it in women, where they just don't feel like they're happy, and that there should be more to this marriage. And there is more to marriage, I think, if it's just, if the time is spent together, working and flourishing, and spending that time thinking about why I fell in love with this person in the first place, and acknowledging all of what's right with that person as opposed to focusing on what's wrong with that person.
When she mentions midlife crisis, the first thing I was thinking about was the situation between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
What was your hardest time in our marriage?
I think the turning point in our relationship for me happened when I turned 40. That's when I had a midlife crisis.
The life coach talks about relationships being hard work, and the man needs to buy flowers and take his wife on dinner dates. I want you to pay attention to this.
Yeah, your 40th birthday was my low point. The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I hired a documentary team. I traced Mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was going to be my thing.
It was going to be a splash.
It was going to be a splash. Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love, and we did it.
Will Smith is working hard. On this Red Table Talk, his efforts to please Jada and get her validation is deemed selfish. But damn, Mary J. Blige performing at your birthday party, including other things, is not your everyday birthday present. This next clip is disturbing.
And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego. Crushed, right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Yeah.
This proves that it doesn't matter what Will does. He can never make Jada happy. It's impossible. When you do something for your wife, of course you need to get some form of gratification out of it. Women complaining about men not approaching them or not taking them on dinner dates fail to realize that it might not be a fun experience for men to do these things, especially when it's not appreciated by the woman. And most men get rejected every time they try. If you want special treatment, you will have to be special to a man. This is Will Smith. It's expected that he does a little extra for his wife's 40th birthday instead of just giving Jada some flowers. It's not just about flowers and dinner dates. And that takes me to the next point.
But it's you know what, I think we all want to be, and I think this goes for men or women, we just want to feel appreciated, we want to feel loved, we want to feel that we still mean something to that person. And I'm guilty too. We all get caught up in life. We're busy, we're working, we're trying to pay our bills, we're trying to make a living, we're trying to, you know, raise our kids, and we all have a lot on our plates, right? And the thing that usually goes first is, okay, well, I know my wife loves me, my husband loves me, I don't need to show him all the time, but
they'll even say that. I love my husband, but I'm not happy.
It's not that Jada doesn't love Will, but she's unhappy with the role that she has to play in the relationship. She gets special treatment from Will, however, she doesn't feel important. And she explains this herself after she had her entanglement with the friend of the family.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people.
August is exactly the opposite of Will. Will doesn't need Jada to take care of him. And Will Smith is a happy person. And if you are unhappy, someone that is happy can be very annoying, especially to women. Check this out.
What is really hard about being single for me personally is seeing other people in incredible relationships.
In capital letters, I hate being the only single friend. It is a load of crap.
When I was single, that can be something that can really affect you if you hang around a lot of people that are in relationships.
It's like a double-edged sword, because you see them in great relationships and you're like, that makes me so happy. That means there are good people out there, there are good men out there, all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like, but they have them and I don't.
And then I wrote in lowercase letters because I don't care about life. Can you, just the letter U, not even the word, not even stay away from your other half for 1 frickin' second? Like, geez, you have friends too. That is so salty. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me?
How much proof do you need? This is the problem with women. What they want is paradoxical. That's why I'm not concerned with the theories of the midlife crisis. It's the numbers. He said 90% of his clients that file for divorce are women. Midlife crisis or not, most women will be unhappy at a certain point and will file for divorce in Western society. It's part of female nature. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Bill Gates, it doesn't matter how good you treat her.
I just think I think we're wired a little bit different, or our maybe a man's approach to what providing and caring is totally different. Different meaning to a woman. Yeah, you're on to that for sure. We are wired differently. We do absolutely differently think differently. What you think is a really sweet thing may not be what I think it's a sweet thing, or your wife. We're all wired differently. But the critical thing here, and this goes both ways, is communication. If the wife wants to go to the beach, she should say, "Honey, can we go to the beach? I really want just a time for a couple hours with you at the beach. Can we do that?" If you say no, then that's a problem. But she's done her part in communicating that with you, right?
Exactly. When a woman has to tell you that she wants to go to the beach and you take her, it destroys her experience. Direct communication dries her punani up. That's why women don't approach guys. They will give you signals that she wants to be approached, but she's not gonna make the move. And this continues in the relationship. The shady form of communication where you as a man has to figure out what your woman wants doesn't stop. She's not here to cooperate with you. I'm unhappy. It's your fault. Do something about it. Aren't we supposed to be in this together? For better or worse?
So having that communication both ways is really important.
Yeah, it's for a man, providing and being there for us, at least for me, I think the general public for a man is working hard, the security, bringing home money, and moving the family forward. And that, for me, I thought was enough.
And that goes back to, I don't mean this in a bad way.
Hunter-gatherer, right?
Exactly, that goes back to the caveman.
Yes,
I will bring you the, here's your goat, or whatever it was. But this
welcome.
This is, it's all about success. It's all about, I'm going to provide for you, I'm going to give to you. And that is wonderful. We do like that. But we also...
When did that not become enough?
Well...
You don't have to answer that.
That's a whole other conversation.
Right.
Welcome to modern day society, where Daddy G will take care of her primary needs, and you so-called man are here to satisfy her emotional needs. Welcome to the Expendables. This video has officially been highlighted.